sit here and chat with my roommates. I really don't do a whole lot. I usually just sit back, relax, try to have a good day, so I don't have so much arguing. You know, it's prison. You have a lot of arguments, so I just try to sit back, relax, avoid everybody, and be myself. I mean, it's not a whole lot we can do here. Me and him sit, write our songs and whatnot, so it's pretty nice. Well, how I put it, kind of nervous, just kind of scared about if I'm gonna go home or not. You know, walking down there, just kind of pondering if I'm gonna go home or not. You know, it's just like if I go home, you know, I'm gonna go out get my GED because I can't get it here. Just kind of nervous, kind of like afraid that for the year that I've been locked up, I won't ever be able to go home. It's like, I say, I don't know how to put it, I don't really know how to put it. If I wouldn't go home, I'd probably be pretty depressed. If I, nervous as I am now, I'd probably break down. You know, I'd probably act a fool or something, or, you know, probably do something I shouldn't do. But I'm hoping that everything goes right.
So, based on everything that you've learned here, right? Let's just assume for the moment that they let you go. There's some little thing you didn't do. They're gonna say, you know what, man, you gotta stay here another 30 days. Try to dig deep until, give us an idea of how you gonna take that. I mean, again, given everything you've learned, do you think that those former instincts will kick in and
for the moment, I don't think they'll kick in for the moment. Like, if I, say I go up there and they say that I didn't do a group or something's wrong with the paperwork or something. For the moment, my instinct wouldn't kick in. I'd probably throw a chair or probably just stomp off, walk away and just be real upset. And then maybe like 6 minutes later, I'll probably just be like, you know, take myself somewhere, put myself in my own place where, like in a corner or something, like sit down, just relax. And then maybe like 5 to 6 minutes later, yeah, I'd probably kick in. I'd probably be able to do something positive, just sit back, relax, and don't say nothing, just let it echo itself out.
So how do you overcome those? It sounds like it's those initial feelings. That is what got you in trouble, potentially can get you in trouble.
Yeah.
How do you get over that knee-jerk? You know, how do you get over that knee-jerk initial response that you will later regret? I mean, what have you done to try to fix that? What are you going to try to do to fix that? And what do you think causes that?
Probably what causes it is just
What causes what?
What causes me to act out would just the fact that I've been away from home for so long, and I ain't seen my mom for 15 years. So that's probably what caused me to act out. How I could begin to control it. I don't know. Probably just sit down and think, and just, like, you know, I can still go home. Just, you know, just gotta relax, sit back. Probably what I do to begin to control it. I probably sit down and do my book, do this book right here, or read a book, or talk to one of these guys, talk to an officer, talk to a student here, or an offender. That's probably what I do.
One day I'll get out of here and I'm not coming back because I got my dreams of becoming that rock star and all that. So even if I don't go home, I don't know what to say on that one. I'll be home one day, and I guarantee to stay out of trouble this time.
Going once? Going twice? You want to draw? You can even draw. You want to? I draw Monday through Friday. I retire on the weekend. I retire on the weekends. And this kind of say y'all gotta go draw on a piece of paper. I gotta draw. I don't know.
Y'all are missing all the fun. Fun's over in that room. Everybody
I want y'all here drawing, y'all. It's kind of dead serious.
We're interviewing right quick.
What y'all interviewing?
Come on now, you sitting there reading Webster Dictionary, dog. That's the dictionary
Man, you
you
want to
read
interview?
out
I'm about to show
of. Give the DOC a bad name and shit.
Oh, no.
Come on, y'all in the wrong
Well, after
room.
y'all done interviewing, she want y'all drawing though.
Wrong room. That's Moss. He got his ass with before.
You just got your ass whooped. What are you talking
By
about?
who?
By me.
Dog, I was on top of you.
No.
The whole. Don't make me start it now. Come on, room 4. Come on, huh?
Hey. Bowen, you're up here.
Pierce, take 5-6 on her. No. Yeah, gotcha. I agree. Camera's rolling. You going in? Are you going in?
You need it? Okay, that's fine.
So first of all, is it just we're not going to be using my voice at all, so complete your sentences.
Okay.
If you understand what I mean.
Right.
Okay. So first of all, what's your name? What's your title here?
My name is Officer Marshall, and I'm a custody staff here at Pendleton Juvenile.
How long have you been working at the facility?
5.5 years since
Would
it's,
it be, I've been,
yeah, I've been working at this facility for about 5.5 years, roughly.
that's a good long time.
Yeah, it has been.
How do you deal with the kind of day-to-day stresses that you're facing?
I think that I'm used to the kids now. We deal with their behaviors in different ways. We can put them in timeout, and I would say, like, being here for so long, I'm just able to deal with different things. I've been able to, I don't know, maneuver through different behaviors, so to speak. Usually when they're uncontrollable, we have to put them on the wall. Excuse me. Get a count again, and then get them quiet, and then they're able to sit down after that. But right now, like D10, like I said, that's our more aggressive unit as far as mental challenges, things like that. So they're harder to control than any of the other units. As you can see, the other kids are sitting down. As you can see, D10, we're still working with them.
How are you guys reacting to the situation this morning? First of all, would you mind telling me?
The kids were put on a temporary lockdown in light of Black History Month. The offenders had stated that they were going to batter all the white offenders because of Black History Month, so they were put on a temporary lockdown just until they find out, who were the primary people that were going to do it. And I think we've got Harris. Did they get most of the kids that were? It was like 7 or 8 of them that were the.
Yeah, they're locked up already.
Yeah, they were in E-Complex. I don't know if you guys have been to E-Complex yet. But, yeah, they were upset with the temporary lockdown. But it's been lifted, so now we're going to proceed with the programs movement, which they'll go to school here shortly.
So since the lockdown has been lifted, how have students been out?
See, the only thing is it's hard to get them under control after they were upset that they were on lockdown, so now it's just trying to get everybody back to normal. And, we got a lot of offenders that are upset that they were even on lockdown because they felt that they weren't part of the situation that was going to occur. But it was a facility lockdown, so when there's a facility lockdown, everybody gets locked down. Whether you're part of the incident or not, you're still going to get locked down. And then when the superintendent feels like, that everything is controlled and we're ready to continue with normal movement, then he'll lift it, which he has, which is, sometimes a lockdown may last the entire day, may not. So, I would think that they should be okay, but again, it's just been lifted. So now it's a transition between getting up and, getting them ready, putting their clothes back on, and ready to continue with the day. It's the only thing we're dealing with. Or you want to go in? And like I said, that unit there is our more difficult unit. Yes.
What did you tell them?
That unit in particular has 2 counselors because those kids need more individual attention, whereas the other units have just 1 counselor, and it also has 2 staff. Again, we deal with different behavioral issues that are different from the other offenders that we house.
What kind of
There-
things have you seen happen
In D10, a lot more fights occur in that unit.
Have you ever been involved in one?
No, I haven't worked D10, but I know the staff that works that unit. They usually D10 stands out because of the rowdiness. They're really hard to calm down, if you know what I mean. Their energy level is really high. So whereas the other kids are more relaxed when they watch television or something, those kids are more, uncontrollable, and they can't sit down for nothing. They're like I said, attention deficit disorder. So
So how many hours do you work?
we work 12 hours a day. A lot of times we're mandated for overtime here, so then that would consist of 16 hours a day. Sometimes we may have to work 16 hours in one particular area, which, can be tiring, but sometimes a lot of the staff volunteer to work over for the other staff that have already been mandated the previous night, just to give them a break. I mean, it can be strenuous at times because of the overtime and the fact that we're here so much. I mean, it's a lot of hours put into this job. And then when we're short staffed, that's more stress on those of us that's been here for a while, because we're the ones that generally get picked to work overtime. I mean, we're used to it now. It's no big deal, but for the new staff, I think that's the primary reason why our turnover rate is kind of high, because the new staff's not accustomed to working a lot of overtime hours. But like I said, I've been here 5.5 years. I'm kind of used to it, so.
How do you feel when you get home at the end of the day?
Oh, I'm exhausted all the time. I go to bed around 9 o'clock sometimes, maybe earlier than that. I don't have any kids, and I'm not married, so I don't have to deal with that. But a lot of the staff here have kids at home, so they have to go home and then work with homework and their own kids, and then you have to separate these kids from your own kids. And I have nieces and nephews, so sometimes I do that too. It's difficult. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it can be really difficult at times. But like I said, I've done it for so long, so now it's like routine. Plus, I feel like once you get the kids, if they know, if everything is consistent as far as what they do, their day-to-day events, then it usually runs smooth. It's when we have that fork in the road, which is like today. But, the temporary lockdown. Like I said, the good thing about it was only half a day instead of the whole day, so they should be happy. Plus, we take away, well, I do, and the other staff, that we take away different things that they like their television, games. So if they act out, we can just take those things away, and then, believe me, by the end of the day, they're begging to get those back, especially Super Bowl Sunday. We kind of use that to get some leeway with them, You act right, you guys can stay up, watch Super Bowl. So they've been all right. Today, I don't know. I wasn't here earlier when whatever happened, I don't know, or even last night. So I don't understand what this whole Black History Month. I think it's a cop-out. I think they're more or less just using this as an excuse. It's like, let's use this. Hey, we got something. Because like I told them, a lot of them didn't even know Black History Month even started in February. I'm sorry. Sad. But they're learning, believe me. After this temporary lockdown, I don't think we should have any more incidents.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about your job, about working in finance 5.5 years?
Like I said, the job, I would be lying if I said that the job was a piece of cake. You hear, I think our facility has been in the media more than any other facility, but it hasn't, I think that we are kind of portrayed in a bad image. But, people have to realize the type of kids that we deal with, that you guys have seen. These kids are really really, really, at times, they can be really difficult as far as, like I said, behavioral issues, aggressive behavior. We've had kids batter staff. You know, it's like when we come in here, we literally don't know what's going to happen. You know, and I've never personally been battered, but I've been threatened. You know, I've never been spit on, but again, been threatened. So I would say that this job, to work here, you really need to have a mental state that you're going to be able to go in here and do this job and then go home and have a life. You know, you have to separate your job from your life. Otherwise, it'll just come one big blah. But as far as that, I think it's a pretty good job. You know, it's not as hard as it seems. Like I said, if you just get a routine down and you're consistent with it, then the kids will respect you and they'll know what you're used to and how you want things ran, and then they'll follow that pattern. So.
Okay, I'll be asking. A few minutes ago, you were in the school here, and then you returned to your unit.
Yes.
What was your purpose in returning to your unit?
My purpose in going to my unit, we had a situation earlier today, and we're dispersing all the units individually. So I run the STG, the gang unit, so I went down to get my students, and we brought them down here.
Okay, had your students been waiting all this time in lockdown, or were they not in lockdown? What was the condition of your unit when you approached them?
Well, they were locked down in their rooms. They are down in segregation. They're single rooms. Well,
Okay.
so I would consider lockdown, but they were in their rooms.
Okay. So, why is the weapons team escorting the groups of students to the school today?
Because of the disturbance they had earlier
Sorry,
today.
The weapons team is escorting. Start with the weapons team is escorting students to class today because, or something like that.
The weapons was escorting the students to classrooms today because of the disturbance they had earlier today about far as the conflict they were having, far as being Black History Month, about the racial tension. So they were making sure that they went pretty good today. So that's why they were escorting them today.
So is the rest of the school day going to be in the same condition, or?
Yes, we're gonna keep security tight for the rest of the school day, and tomorrow we'll ease back. But till we feel that is secure and everything is calmed down, it will remain the same.
What's your sense of the situation now? Does it seem tense? Does it seem more relaxed? What does it seem to you?
I think it's a lot relaxed as it was this morning. Tonight will probably be more relaxed. We'll stay on constantly to see how the situation goes.
I don't know if you can answer this, but typically if you have a tense day like this with your students, is the night more mellow, or is it just crazy all day long?
It depends. It depends how the days go, depending on the shift and who's running the shift. And today so far is going pretty good. Everybody still seemed to be calm. I think the issue was worse than what people thought it was, but in all, we still have to take proper precautions. So, like today so far, pretty good.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.